Hello friends, welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man Unlimited. I'm Jasu Bakuhatsu, as always, and let's get right back into it. So, if I remember correctly, Glueman's weapon was required to get the Yoku letter in Tankman's stage, so Tankman is who we will be tackling next. I'm not sure how I feel about Tankman's design, or actually the Robot Masters in general. When I first saw, on the Mega Man Unlimited project homepage, there's sort of little profiles for all of the Robot Masters, and when I first saw those, way back while the project was still in development years ago, I was not a big fan of the way the Robot Masters looked. I thought they were mostly kind of stupid looking, and I just didn't really like them at all. They've kind of most of them have kind of grown on me after I've played the game now and sort of seen their sprites in action, and even the concept art actually, or the artwork on the homepage has sort of grown on me. But yeah, Tankman I'm still not sure about, and incidentally Glueman is the other one I still think is just really stupid looking. I don't think I mentioned that. Oh shit. So okay, anyways, that's that topic done with. As far as Tankman's stage, it's a decent level, I think. Most of these levels in this game are sort of, I'd call they deserve better than just decent, I think. They've all got some really neat ideas, really clever and very creative stage obstacles. But then there's always just one or two things that bug me. Usually, just like I said, too many instant death hazards. Here, it's those tiny little mines on the ground that I can just... And here is your hidden area to the side path. Yeah, get it just right, and you can slide on through. Yeah, those little mines in the ground, I can just, not even... Oh, I saw it right as because, yeah, there the power-up was overlapping it. That was ridiculous. But yeah, I think just maybe the mines could have been just a little bit more visible. I don't know, in my opinion, straining your eyes to, kind of... Oh, and you notice the sort of little treadmills in this stage. This is another thing, a bit of inconsistency I don't like. The ones in this stage work very differently from the ones in Glueman's stage. So if I jump up here, they send me flying forward, and not like the way it was in Glueman's stage, where you are sort of stick to it and are slowly carried forward. Oh, no, this enemy I don't like either, just because there's no warning when it's going to do its shot. And sometimes if you aren't careful and you step back too much, they'll also respawn, which can also be a pain. The alternate paths to get your Yoku letters are typically more difficult, a lot more difficult than the regular, and there you can see the glue shot in action against an enemy. Typically, the alternate paths to the levels to get your Yoku letters, I guess that's already you, are more difficult than the regular paths to the stage. Tankman seems to be the one exception. Damn it. Yeah, that part of the level is a lot... Oh, actually, I think it's a net gain in health if I go this way. Another thing that the game often does that I kind of don't like is just... Well, I guess that isn't this problem with this game in particular, it's Mega Man games in general, really, but I really don't like just the idea of the whole Sniper Joe enemy. It's just a big stupid enemy that takes forever to deal with and isn't terribly difficult, it's just really time-consuming and irritating. And yeah, if that were a forward... if that top conveyor belt were going in the opposite direction, I think that would be really cool, because then I could just, skip this guy and not even worry about him, but I hate dealing with Sniper Joe. It's always a big hassle and never fun. But yeah, as for this level, it's actually one of the better ones in the game, I think, and this is irritating. Oops. It's possible to jump over there without taking damage. I just screwed up, and I believe this is the midpoint. Just thought I'd trigger him, because sometimes they drop items. And yeah, that guy up there, too, this game shit. The level designer seems to really be in love with those dumb shield guys. They're just all over the place in a lot of the levels in this game. And again, they're not very difficult to deal with, just kind of time-consuming. And you gotta wait for them to turn around, and then pump your shots in. It just kind of slows you down arbitrarily, and I often don't like that kind of thing. And yeah, here, like I said, I like a lot of the unique stage hazards in this game, but most often they're sort of employed to propel you into your more traditional pits and spikes. Like right there, if I'd have hit the top conveyor belt there, I would have gotten knocked back into the spikes and died. Like, yeah, this guy here I don't think really needs to be there. And the fact that they're all over the place just sort of forces you to play through every level really sort of more slowly and carefully than I'd like, just because that sort of thing tends to happen. Oh, actually, there's a neat little hidden path there that I only just learned on my practice run through the game. I never noticed that before, and I always ended up fighting that tank, and it was just a big hassle. But yeah, I think this level, though, is actually a lot shorter on the instant death hazards than most in this game, I think, and I really like these. Like I said, though, it's things that they have the Mets, but they sort of do cool and interesting things with them. And I think the tank Met in this stage is one of my favorites. And yeah, here I've just kind of got to wait for him to pass. And do I have something? No, yeah, the weapon I get from Tank Man will get me through and this is one thing that kind of irritates me about the game, is I believe they took that from, I think it's the Game Boy Mega Man 5 did that, where instead of getting full E-tanks in the levels most of the time... Oh, shit. Okay, that could have gone worse. But anyways, instead of the regular-sized E-tanks in levels, they break them up into little quarters of an E-tank, which I really do. It actually kind of worked in Mega Man 5 on the Game Boy, because they were sort of they weren't hidden in as difficult to reach places as your usual E-tanks. It's just they were kind of all over the place, and enemies would drop them sometimes, and it wasn't too bad. In this game, they basically just hid they hid E-tank pieces in places where you would expect to find just a regular E-tank in a regular Mega Man game, and that's so as a result you end up collecting E-tanks basically 4 times slower than you would have otherwise, and it's just I don't really agree with that design decision at all, and especially given the game's difficulty. This is just the kind of game you want a lot of E-tanks for, just not because the bosses actually aren't terribly difficult. This is also one of the tougher ones, sort of, for a lot of the same reasons as Glue Man. He's got a very predictable, consistent pattern. It's just a bit it's slightly tricky. The timing is a little bit tight, and you have very few opportunities to hit him unless you want to go yeah, I can sneak in an extra shot there before I jump, and that speeds things up a little, but it's a bit risky. But other than that, yeah, in that regard, this is actually a very similar fight to Glue Man, in that it's just once you sort of get a predictable pattern down, it's just, often I forget that he does that sometimes. Shit. Oh well, didn't even come there with full life, so it's no big deal. So yeah, a lot of the Robot Masters in this game actually have very little randomness involved in them. They all just follow very rote, predictable patterns. This one more so than most, even. Actually, that's not true. This one about as much as most. But yeah, once you know what to do in this fight, it's just a matter of not messing up your timings. And like Glue Man, actually, the punishment for failure is modestly high. It's not nearly as... basically, this fight in a nutshell is kind of difficult in the same way as Glue Man, only less so in every regard. You take less damage, the timing is less tight, the pattern is more predictable, although a bit longer, so I sometimes forget it. Shit. Okay, I think I got this. So he caught me off guard last time, and there's that. So that's Tank Man, and it's his weapon that'll let us blow through those walls there. So that was actually a pretty good level, and I actually think I skipped the worst parts of it by going for the Yoku letter, quite frankly. Maybe I'll go back? No, I won't. So yeah, that's Tank Man's level done with. Decent enough level. Actually, it would almost feel right at home in a Mega Man game, I feel. This one, more than most levels, I think, feels the most sort of Mega Man-esque, in my opinion. So yeah, that's Tank Man. That actually ended up being shorter, I think, than the previous two. I guess I didn't die as much, and Actually, now's a good time to shop, I think. So I think I have 1 life left. Oh, that'd be nice if it showed me how many lives I had before I go buying more. And I'll get an E-tank just cuz. And another life, why not? Might as well spend it while we've got it. Otto's little eyebrow wiggle there freaks me out for no good reason. Why do robots even have eyebrows? So anyways, that's Tankman done with. I sort of haven't been complaining about this game as much as I expect to. I guess I sort of got, or I would have complained more about Blue Man's stage, but I was a bit preoccupied with other things. But, that said, tune in next time for when the complaining begins. Look forward to that, and I will see you then.